Hello, Susan Yaki here. How are you today? Welcome and thank you for being here. So, I wanted to talk about one, how to create a group, first off, um, so that you are able to have a fully automated group and how to grow your group. So, we will talk about a few tools that I use. And the reason why this is important is because it frees up some of that time so that you can be more engaged with your group. So that's really important, especially when you're wanting to, you know, have a following for one. Two, you want to be able to engage people. You want to create trust and so that they feel safe. And this is how they're going to get related to you. And if you're so busy creating content all the time or doing this and that, it can be a challenge. So it's really important that you're able to engage in your group without having to deal with all the rest of the stuff and having consistency. So when you want to do a live stream, you can do a live stream. Um, so, I mean, there's a good amount of reasons why you want to have your group on autopilot. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I want to share is like if you don't already have a group as a rising soulpreneur, and some of you probably already have groups, which is awesome, but maybe you're not getting a load or just even any engagement, you're getting crickets. Maybe you know, you're not sure what to post, what kind of content to create. But for this video, I want to go over like creating the actual group if you've never created one before, and to just kind of go through some of the functionality of the Facebook group. Um, I actually started my first Facebook group back in 2015, and it was all about health. So, and then over time, I've just learned how to navigate the group and learn the different pieces of it, and then I've created many since. So, we're going to start with. Let me share my screen. We're going to start with starting your group. Excuse me. So this is obviously for those of you who don't have a group, and even if you have a group that maybe you just don't even really want anymore, you can just archive the group. Obviously, let people know that you've decided to create a new group, a new improved group if you've got one that just isn't doing anything. Um, but it would be nice to just let people know, like, hey, I'm archiving this group. Come check out my new group, and you want to give them the URL to that. And so there was a couple of points that I wanted to cover on this recording to make sure that you have some idea of, how to use your group first off, and how to grow it, how to stay engaged, um, and freeing up your time so that so that you can do more live streams or things like that. So let's get started. So here's my Facebook, right? Let me move this out of the way. All right. All right, so let's start with a timeline. And I'm not going to get into a bunch of stuff about like your banners and things like that. But so here I am on my timeline, right? This is my timeline. But then I have my home where I can see everybody's activity. So I have my activity over here, and then this is home where I can see everybody's activity. Then we have pages. Then we have where you can watch other, videos that are going up. Some of them could be from groups that you're in. They'll pop up from a variety of places. It's also based on what do you watch the most. And then you have, of course, the marketplace. All right, so we're working on groups. So over here you can see to my left, and this is all from a laptop. A lot of it's pretty the same when you are using your cell phone. It's just in different positions. Okay, so here's all my groups that I manage. Now, I don't manage all these simultaneously. So like this one right here, Happy Kids Members, she is a parenting coach expert, and I actually help her manage her page. I haven't been very active in that. Here's a group that I created for a program that I had, or that I'm actually working on, but I had started it a while back. So anything that you create, you can create groups and just change the name of the group for the specific thing that you want. But as you can see, I have a few groups. Like I'm an admin on this one, pretty active there. And this is for like Landmark graduates. These are groups that I did when I had dropped some programs. So I created separate groups from my main group. This right here is my main group. So when I click on that, you can actually have these pinned, by the way. I'll show you that here in a moment. So here's my group, my active group. This is the one place that I just want to bring everybody to grow. So when you first go to a group, you can't pin too many groups on that sidebar, but you just click on here on the three little dots on this side, and you can pin it. Okay. Now, if you have a group that you're just not active in, so I have, like you've seen, I had some of those that I weren't active in. I can archive those groups because I already done what I needed to do within those groups. So you can just archive the group. It'll walk you through some questions, and tell you what you need to do to archive the group. Let's see what else is in here. You could share your group on the public, to your news feed in Messenger. You can share it to another group. You can share it to your page. You can share it on a specific friend's profile, and then you can copy the link. So what I wanted to show you real quickly is the first tool that I talked about on the live stream, which is called Bitly. Okay. This is a free tool. You can upgrade if you want. I've never really upgraded, but I've had this a free account for, oh my gosh, I've had it since 2017. So let me go through my little thing here. So see, I have my Facebook fan page, and because I changed the name, this doesn't reflect my actual numbers, but right here tells me how many people have actually clicked on that link. So this one right here is the fan page, and I had changed the name and archived it here in Bitly. So this is not reflecting the true number. This is because I changed the name. All right, and then we have the Facebook group. So right here, I have my Facebook group clicks. And as you can see, it'll tell you, where the clicks came from, when you've had the most clicks. So it's a really great way to, look at your conversion rates here. So this is Bitly, but let me show you how you create it. So I wanted to show you Freelancer, because freelancer.com, first off, remember I was talking about I want to give you $20. Well, here you go. I'm going to share $20 for you, or I'm going to give this $20 to you because I referred you. I didn't even have to sign up to be an affiliate for this. I came across Freelancer because I'm trying to find ways to simplify what I do. And one of the things that I do is I I create my own and design my own banners and things like that. But it is time consuming because then I'm my worst critic, and so I'm constantly changing and all that. And that is one way you can do it. Like if you're looking for ways to do it without a big, like if you don't have a big budget or you're just wanting to do it for free, um, I recommend using canva.com because it's a really great tool and it's free. And you can do all kinds of stuff if you have that kind of time. So, what I love about this freelancer is you set up a free account, and the person who referred me to this, I got immediately $20 to start using. And what you do is you're actually creating, so like I came in and this is where I used my $20. I created a project and all I did was is I, post a project, right? I'll just click on that and show you. So you choose the name of your project. So for me, I just said I wanted to create a Facebook group and Facebook timeline banner. And then I said what I wanted it to say and what I was, so I was pretty clear on what I wanted. You want to make sure that your banners have a join now or, um, some sort of action, call to action button so that they can click on the link. So when they're coming to your Facebook profile right here, so see, this is my Facebook profile, my personal one. When they see that, they're like, oh, wow. And then over here, I tell them more about what this is. And then I ask them to join. See, so when they see join now, they'll click on that and it'll actually bring them over here so that they can click on my bit.ly link, right? Okay, so you put in the description of your project, right? And then if you have like pictures, so like I sent pictures, headshots, and then you just click next. And what happens is you're basically creating a contest, and you're telling freelancer, like I'm looking for someone who can design, I'm looking for someone who's good at graphics, and they're like hashtags type thing. Let me see if I can pull up. So I used I absolutely love MD and Amul's work. He just really captures what I'm up to. So look, you can give them bonuses. I must have not gave him a review. I thought I did. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So anyway, so I highly recommend him. He does really great work. He's got high reviews and he's quick. And you can tell him like, can you change this or update that or add this? So what I done is I typed in, when I was posting my project, I said, well, I'm gonna do this for $10, and that's, a guaranteed for them. And then let's see, like this is what he's created for me. Images, my YouTube image. I've had him do already a banner. Anyway, so this is a project that I created just for him. But you can go and do a contest and do it for like 10 bucks, 20 bucks. If you want to use up the whole 20 bucks, do the whole 20 bucks. But I did it just to start using it. I just did the $10 from the $20 that I got because I accepted the referral. And when you click up here, and if you guys just share this with people, you can earn the $20 and keep doing more projects without using your own money. But what's really cool, like I said, is it's a contest. And I was trying to show you, let's see, no. So see, I have here we go. Awesome. So these are all the people that are out there who are looking to do this work. They submit what they want to create, right? And then you can go through and freelancer actually asks you to give feedback. So I went through and gave feedback on a lot of them. And what I liked and didn't like. Anyways, and so as you can see, this was my first project, and this is what I ended up choosing, this one right here. And so it's a really great tool if you don't have a creative side or even just the time to sit down and create your own banners. But it's kind of cool to be able to go, because there was a lot of great submissions, right? And I could, go back and use them because you see the $10 right in here. So let's say I really liked that one and I can still go back and buy it for $10. See? And let's see what we got here. You get messages and MD. Let me take you directly to his page. So this is MD and I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. But as you can see, he's had 20 reviews and he does really great work and he's fast. And people wrote, what they felt. But he's pretty good with his work. All right, so I highly recommend using freelancer.com. I included the link with this video, obviously, so that I can get another $20 so that I can keep creating banners for referring you. So when you click on that link and you sign up with an account, then I'll get $20. And you start using the $20 that you got from me for referring you. So it's a win-win deal. And then you end up paying. So like you don't put no money in there right away. Literally, I'm giving you $20 to use on this site on Freelancer. And then you can use that $20 just to do a project. And then if you want more money, then you share the link to your freelancer, and whoever you refer it to, if they do it, then bam, you got another $20 to go towards your stuff. All right, so that's a really great tool for you. So we have, I want to go back to my groups here. My groups. All right, so again, Bitly is really great to shorten your URL when you're using anything for your marketing. So like I have my daughter's YouTube, so I can keep track if anybody clicks on that. And we just recently launched her YouTube, so right now she doesn't have any clicks. I'm an affiliate for Alana Pratt, and this is my Facebook page. This is my fan page. This is one of the products that I sell. It's actually a free ebook that I share and on debt, how to convert your debt. Unlock the Power of Gratitude. It was a master class that I did. And why these are important is because, look, I got 44 people that clicked on that, and I had a few people actually attend. So I'm looking at the conversion. and it was pretty good for just launching something new. Instagram, I just updated my um, name for that as well. But anyways, as you can see, it tracks all of it. And anytime you're done with one, so you don't have a ton of them sitting there, you can archive it as well. So that's bit.ly, and you just go to bit.ly.com. Well, it's actually bit.ly or bitly.com. Okay. All right, let me come back up here. Okay, so let's get back to creating a group. So let's go over here. Right, it's just right there, create new group, right? And I'm actually going to create a group here for a program. It's going to be my 5-day challenge. So, whoops, I don't know why I did that. Let me go back down here. I'll pull that up here in just a minute. All right, so I have a 5-day challenge that I'm going to be launching here soon. I'm just getting the banner here. All right, so this is the title of my banner, 5 days. Of course, this is kind of a long title, so what I'll do is I'll just leave it as Res She Is Up. All right, so we'll just keep it as that, and it'll tell me. So when you are creating a group, you definitely want to have it as private. And you can have it as visible or hidden. I mean, it tells you right here, anyone can find this group. If you want anybody to be able to find your group, like just by typing in the name because you happen to see somebody on the street, or you're like, oh, it's called Rev Shiz Up. You could, and then they could just type it in and they can see it. They can't see, information. Obviously, they're not seeing the timeline. But they can see like the about information. Actually, I take that back. They can see some of the timeline information, like your post, like what are you posting. But I always, like for what I'm doing right now, for what I want to do, I want to keep it visible so that people can easily find the challenge. But like my group, my Rising Soulpreneurs group, I actually have it hidden. And I probably should change that now that I think about it. But anyways, you can choose visible or hidden, right? You can invite some friends, and usually it's you kind of need to. You have to have at least one person in the group, and so I always invite one of my friends. And then you can go in and remove them once you've got it created. This is what it looks like as a desktop, and then this is what it would look like from a cell phone. Okay. Then you just click create. And you actually won't be doing the picture until you're in here. So I had my new guy from freelancer.com. I actually did a contest, and he was like so fired up. He was like, I want to do this. I want to do a banner for you, to keep the brand the same. And I really loved that because he's dedicated to helping me keep my banner the same. Not my banner the same, but my branding the same. So, but I still wanted to see what other people had for ideas, and he ended up coming up with the best one anyway, which I kind of had a feeling he would. So you go here, you click edit, and wherever you're grabbing that banner from, for me, it's on my laptop. And so I'm going to go in my stuff here, click downloads, and let me find it. So see, he's done my logo for me. He did my banner for my YouTube channel. There's another logo. Great work. He does really great work. All right, so that's my solopreneur stuff. Where did I put my Rev stuff up? Okay, I know. I could swear he sent me all that. All right, let me go back to freelancer.com. For some reason, I don't have the file for that because I chose his. Let's see. So I go to my projects. Here we go, files. No, that's if I want files. Oh, yeah, check that out. You can go on here to look for anybody to do pretty much anything. That's not where I want to go. My projects, view all. Prizes released, I did that. Here it is. So this was the contest that I did for. This is the banner that I'm going to look for. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab it. All right, so I got the file here, and I'm just gonna pull it up, and I gotta, why is it not, oh, I gotta extract it first. Extract. Okay, now I can see. All right, so we have the feature, picture, group banner. This is the one you want because they're different sizes, and it requires a specific size when you're doing your, let me close that, when you're doing your upload for the banner. Let's see here. All right, so I just wanted to make sure I got that downloaded before I went in here. Okay, so let's go back to the group. Click edit, upload. Got my downloads. And it should be, okay, where is it at? Why am I not finding it here? Let me type in handover. Okay, handover. There, finally. All right, here's the profile. That's what I want. Yeah, one time, in one of them, I couldn't find the right size for my YouTube, so he just had to resize it, and it wasn't, I mean, it was like snappy. Anyway, so then you upload your picture, right? You want to get that set up. But as you can see, Facebook creates a step-by-step for you. You want to invite it. So there you go. There's the cover. You can actually pull it down, move it. And of course, my screen is frozen a little bit here. I kind of want to pull it down because if it'll let me. Now, maybe, oh, that's because it's like literally sized for that. So there's no need to do that. Okay, so now it's saved. There you go. And you see how it automatically puts the background to the color of the banner. Isn't that cool? All right, so anyway, so then you go down here. Well, before I get there, so when I click on this over here, you want to put, you know, a blurb about this group. You know, you want it to be like a step by step. Welcome to the group. First thing first is go introduce yourself to the community and what you're hoping to get out of this 5-day challenge. Second step, don't forget to take your stuff out of your spam folder in your email box so you don't miss a day. So it's like a step-by-step directional map for people when they come into the group. All right, so then you go down here. So look, we've got the cover letter or the cover photo. So now it's showing it. Then you want to add the description of the group. Then you want to create your first post. And see down here, it tells you it's private, but anybody can still find it if they wanted to. And it's a general group, but you can change a lot of stuff in here. So you want to go over to group settings. And this is where you can set up the group a little bit deeper. You want to set up this name and description. We already did these two things here. You can put the location if you want. You know, if you're in the US, put the US. If you're in another country, put the country. This is the web address for the group. And again, what I will do is create a bit.ly because I want people, I'll show you here in a minute. I want to be able to share my group every chance I get. Especially because this is a 5-day challenge, I'm going to be promoting it, right? So what I want to be able to do is go into my bit.ly, I click on create, I paste it right here, and it'll generate a new bit.ly. See, they shortened it and they titled it for me. And all I got to do is copy it. See? All right. So I got that done. Badges. You can choose your color of your group. I'm going to stick with my branding of the banner because it's, you know, I love that red and the black together, but I don't want it to be black. I want it to be red. But they also have it to where you can have it as your banner color, which I like much better. Badges is where people can earn, you know, it's like acknowledging people. You know, rising star, you earned a badge because you're engaging with your community. So this is for anybody that comes into the group. It lets us know that they're new members. If someone's commenting, they're a moderator or an admin. Rising star, visual storyteller, so people can actually earn these badges, which is kind of cool. Extra features. So these are extra features. You can choose to, I'm going to have guides because I want any information that I give during this 5-day challenge. I want people to be able to go right to that. Obviously, I'm going to have like day 1, day 2, any pre-work that I'm going to do for my challenge. It'll be right in the guides section. So you want to make sure you turn that on if you intend on using it. Now in a regular group like my Rising Soulpreneurs, yes, I want guides because I want to be able to put like this video that I'm recording for you guys as a resource. So you want to be able to have guides. Mentorship, you could choose to do that if you want. I did it for a while and I think a couple of people probably put themselves out there. But nobody was really asking for support. So I ended up removing it, but that is a choice. You can do it. host a Q&A. Q&As are great. Manage your membership. You want to go in here and who can join the group. Profiles and pages, so people can actually join your group from their own group, like their own profile, their fan page, and what that's talking about, or their own group. So it's usually just their fan page that I've only seen, but I always just allow both because I want people to feel like they can promote themselves. And so that's a great tip for you. So whenever I join or you join a group, you actually should join from your profile page if they'll let you. But as you can see, it's a choice based thing. So not all groups do that, but I'm going to do it for this one. Who can approve member requests? Well, first off, I don't want just anybody letting anybody in. So I'm going to switch that to admins only. You can manage the discussion, who can post in the group, anyone in the group or only admins. I think anybody, but you get to choose, right? Whether or not you want just anybody posting or just admins. You approve all member posts. This automatically allows them to post after it's been approved by an admin, but you can turn that off where it just posts anyways. I would say that right away, with a small amount of people, you don't really need to monitor everybody's posts, like approve them every time it pops up. Because if you get like a lot of activity, then you start getting overwhelmed with, and then that's an indicator that you definitely want to get someone to help you out in your group and help you manage it. But right away, I wouldn't do it. I just let people post and I get it in my notifications like, hey, so and so just posted, and then I can go look. But with Facebook it's increasing its security and things like that. So people even in the group can say, hey, like this is an offensive post and can report it to the admin. So I'm for now just going to keep that off. Okay. Approve edits. I have that off. People can edit their posts if they want. I'm not really sure why anybody would want to not allow that, but I just never really thought about it, I guess. Manage advanced settings, linked pages. You can add pages like to your main page. And I actually recommend you doing that so that you can, well, you'll see. It links to your Facebook so that you can manage things a lot better. But I'm not creating a page right now. And what I mean by managing it, like you can manage the group and your page, in sync. They're in sync together. You can add recommended groups. There's a feature that allows you to put your own recommendations of other groups that you think people might like, and you can actually direct them to, other people's groups if you like. But they're mainly the groups that you've created. This is where you would put apps. There's lots of different apps that you can put out there, but they always generate a list for you as well. So it just depends on like what are the kind of features that you want in your group. So I mean, it's really up to you what you want to use in your deal, but that's where you would go. All right, let's see. Manage advanced settings. All right, so now here's a very important part that I did talk about when you have a group. And the old group way, they didn't have this feature where you added questions to, let people answer before they come into your group when they come to join. So off to the side here, So I have actually learned this. I learned that asking questions, like I learned about that a long time ago when it first came out, but I'm realizing like um, I was missing out on a really good benefit to this tool. So you actually, when you add a question, you want to make sure, one, that it's required that they answer. Otherwise, they can't join. And then you can decide whether or not you want to let them join based on, whether they answered or not. That is like your choice. They don't just, Facebook doesn't just let them in the group because they answered the questions. You still have to approve or not approve. And so it's your choice whether or not you want to approve someone who didn't answer the questions. However, the questions, you really want to make sure that they have the word required, and then you ask the question, and you want one of three questions. Um, I believe you get to ask three questions. Yeah, it's three questions. So let me just click on this. So you want one of your questions where you're actually asking them for their email in exchange of giving them a free gift. Like I and and you're letting them know that they're getting something for their email. Um, this is like really huge because then you have an opportunity to be in their email, sharing your stories a lot more in depth. You can give more value. You're able to engage, and it's more personable. Like I get to, if somebody, for example, when I send out an email, every so often I'll get a reply to my email, and they'll actually share feedback or share like, hey, I could totally relate with that, and that's really cool. To be able to engage with people like that at a more deeper, more meaningful level. So a lot of people won't engage in the group because maybe they're too shy or they're introvert, whatever their reason, right? They just don't do it. But in an email, they might feel more safe. Who knows? But I do know that it works in helping with engaging people at a new level. So it's really important. And you can do it with checkbox. You could do checkbox questions. You can do multiple choice, or you can ask them a question. This is actually what I use is I ask a question and they give a written answer. I like the written answer because they're able to put more thought into it. So, and that's where you would put like your freebie, or not your freebie, but you would actually get their email, and then they would be, on your free list. Your lead magnet actually is what it's for. So that would be one way to do that. You can set it up to automatically approve members. Um, and you can select the requirements of a pending person. So once you have your questions set up, you want to make it where they are answering them. Yeah, it looks like you can have it to like if their profiles within so many miles from you, but I don't use that feature. I want this to be open for a lot of people. Um, I don't, really, I don't use any of this except for this one. Oh, I do use this one. Because there's so many fake accounts being created. I want to know that they've been on Facebook for more. I actually prefer even beyond 2 years, but if they have a profile that where they just set it up a year ago or two, now it just, what I do is, let me get out of here. So what I do is, I'll actually go look at their Facebook profile and look at their timeline. You can tell who has a fake account and who's actually really just kind of just started their account. But I still just kind of don't accept a lot of people who just created it within a year, especially a year. Anyways, so that's like the membership. That is really important. You want to make sure that's set up. Then here is how you're going to save yourself some time. You want to do batch content batching. What I mean by that is, so like what I do is I spend time in creating my content calendar, and then I go in and I schedule my posts. So, and it's as simple as all you're doing is you're creating a post, and then right down here is the calendar where I'm moving this. So, hi, welcome. And I'm just doing this for just to show you what it looks like. So I mean, it's just literally that simple right there. Bam. And then you just schedule it. And then when you go over here, it'll show you scheduled posts. Okay. Now let's say, well, I want to update it or add something to it or change it. You can add post topics. You can reschedule it. Say, oh, you know what? I think I want to schedule it for a different time. You can do that. You can end up posting it now if you want. You can delete it. You can turn notifications off so that people, you're not seeing that they're posting it. But anyway, so I'm just going to delete this one because I was just showing you how to use that feature. The activity log. This will show you everything that you've been doing in the group, or the activity of the group. See, look, it's showing you every aspect that I've been doing here. You can pick it by date. Do you want to see just the members, which is a really great feature because then you can actually see who's been actively posting more, and you can acknowledge them. You can base it on activity type. Then there's the group rules. You want to make sure when you're setting it up that before you start bringing people in that you get your rules set up. That's really important. This is so if you have members that are not following the rules, another member, if they're offended by the post, can report it to you, and this is where you would go to find that. Moderation alerts. You have group quality. Obviously, nothing would be there for me right now, but this is really important about groups is you want to monitor the growth of your group. You want to monitor especially the engagement, because then once you know what the engagement is for specific posts, then you can recycle that, repurpose those posts. This is where you would go to approve membership requests. I'm sorry, this is where you would go to see, the admins and moderators who are doing their work or whatever. This is where you could see where all of your members are, where you would, look, you can even download the details of each member. It gives you the data for each person. Not in each person, like it gives you a study, like a study of like how many males and females in the group and their age range and where they're at in the world and stuff like that. And then there's an education center where you can just go learn more about groups if you want. So that right there, my friends, is how you create a group. Don't forget to pin it so that when you go to just groups at the top, bam, it's up here for you. Well, where is it at? Am I not seeing it? Here, let me reload my page here, because I did pin it. There it is. See? That way, when I come in, I can just easily go over here. All right. So now that you have a group, let me show you another awesome tool besides Bitly and Freelancer. So don't forget, we have Freelancer, which I will be sharing a link. And then Bitly, I will make sure there's a link, that you can just click on from this. But now I want to show you another one that I shared on the live stream called Group Convert. So this is a Chrome extension. If you don't have Google Chrome, then it's not going to work for you. But however you get your extensions, this is what you would do. I am an affiliate now of this group because I really love their extension, and I think many business owners can benefit from this because it's time saving. and it captures your emails for you. Because before, what I was doing was I would get an email and go put it in my MailChimp one by one. So that's time consuming. With Group Convert, you don't do that. Let me show you what this is. So we go to View Data, and this is actually where I can see. Oh, will you close that door, please? Thank you. So I can automate. I can download it. I can push it to my Google Sheets, which for some reason it's not connected. Oh, duh, because I don't have it picked. So you got to pick the group, right? It's right here. So here's, I have a new person, and what I want to do is push it to the Google Sheet. Yes. And then check this out. Then I can open up my Google Sheet. Okay, I don't know why I can't access it. Am I on the right? Oh, that's because I'm on the wrong one still. Okay, here. Now it'll work. Okay, just be, so see, there you go. Bam, now it just uploaded that person's information. It, and shows if they answered the questions, question 1, their answer, question 2, stuff like that, okay? Then you can automate Facebook. I have it approved member requests after every 120 minutes. You can do it however many minutes you want. So this is Group Convert, and again, I highly recommend it because it's a way to push the details of your guests, of your community, not guests, but your community members, to save you a ton of work. So it'll do it for you. Now, the other one I wanted to show you is super duper cool. Is called Befriend. I didn't share this one on the live stream because I really wanted to save this one for you guys because I absolutely love it. It's super duper cool. And it's called Befriend. And that is, let's see, there's Group Convert. Here it is, Befriend. Okay, this one is really cool. It's going to help you grow your audience. So this right here is a really great Chrome extension. So instead of you hand messaging people to invite them to your group, this does it for you. Okay, so let me show you. First off, Facebook will cut you off of messaging people if you're doing it too fast. So you want to have a good time frame of about 60 seconds between each message being sent, right? The feature right here, how many friends to invite. So where are they inviting from? Well, let me show you. So let me just go pick a group here. So you don't want to just go pick a group. I should tell you this. Before you do that, make sure it's a group that there's no rule that says you can't direct message people. A lot of groups have that and a lot of groups don't. So here's a group that I'm in, and I'll go check the about section here. Okay, it doesn't say anything there. Go back to discussion. I'll scroll over here because sometimes it's in this part right here, the about section. And it'll tell you no links are allowed in posts, no reposts from other page, no physical products, no distasteful and spammy posts. Number 1, spammy, non-legit promos will be deleted. Give value, be open. All right, so she is not saying that you're not allowed to direct message people. So when you're in a group, you're building relationships with people. But what if you could just monetize these relationships? So what I was doing before was, when I'm doing a post in a group and I get lots of comments or likes, obviously you want to engage those people because you're building a relationship with them. But what you're doing is you're also going to take that a step further by engaging with them. And how you do that, so let me look for one of my posts so I could show you how to use Befriend. But before you do that, you're engaging with them in the group, right? You just don't see somebody's post and say, oh, I'm going to message them. Don't do that. That's just I don't know. For me personally, I get lots of people who I've never even talked to before private messaging me, and I'm like, and they're the first thing out of their mouth is they're trying to sell me something, or inviting me to their group. Well, if I don't know them and I haven't like connected with them from one of the groups that I'm in, then I have no idea who they are, and I end up just deleting them. But if I've engaged them on a comment, or they've engaged me on one of my comments, then it opens the doorway to go a little further by messaging them, right? All right. Well, I'm searching Messenger. So I'm looking for one of my posts, and I'm going to show you what Befriend does. And this is just to give you an example. Okay, why am I not in the group here? Yeah, I'm in the group. I know I've got posts in this one. Okay, here we go. Okay, yeah, didn't catch that. All right, so here's a post that I did. Hey, badass babes, what is one of your greatest challenges in business? So we got some comments here, a couple of likes, but check out Befriend. This is a Chrome extension. I click on Use Befriend. I want to scan both comments and reactions. What type of reactions? Well, check all, done. Then I want to message them, probably, like I said before, 1 minute in between. 60 seconds is a good rule of thumb, but I'll just do 3 minutes. Have mutual friends. Yeah, I don't mind if they have mutual friends. That actually makes it an easier conversation with them, because you can actually say to them, like, hey, I see we have some mutual friends in such and such. I have a grow your audience message that I have, and then check it out. Start friending. Oh, I forgot to put this. Greater than, equal to. Let's see. All right. So now, see, there it is. Please do not work on this page. However, you may work on another page. So now it is actually going through and asking those people that commented and liked on my post. It's sending them a friend request and a message. So I set the message up in here, but you see, I've also set it up to target people in that community. It'll actually look for those people's comments in previous posts with other people to see if they fit my criteria, my niche, my soul divine avatar. This is where I have my message, which is simple. I just have it like, hi, and then you put first name. Thank you for the love and the like on my comment. I really loved what you said, and especially love like-minded people. Just to engage. And then when they respond back, that's where my chat bot's going to come in. So anyway, so that's how Befriend works. I absolutely love these Chrome extensions that I have. Then there's Charlie. What's cool is once we start having a chat conversation, then I'm able to put if they're a hot lead, a warm lead, someone I should follow up, or if they're just a cold lead. And they're tagged. And then it'll actually, I can keep notes on each person. So Charlie actually allows me to do this so that I can keep better um, engagement with people, and then making sure that I'm engaging with my soul divine avatar, not just people who are trying to solicit me. Okay, so and that's Charlie, called Charlie CRM. And again, I am also an affiliate of Charlie. I'm an affiliate of Befriend, Group Convert, and an affiliate is someone who shares other people's um, programs or courses or services or products, and then I get a percentage of that. And then this one here, I started checking this one out. I haven't done it, but it's actually a friend filter. It'll remove, and actually, let me go back here. Befriend actually does that as well. Removes the people so you can choose your groups right here, what group you want to specifically, if you want to just do this throughout the day, and you can actually choose how many people you just want it to do. Otherwise, you can do it on an individual post. So that it's a really amazing tool. And you get training, everything that you need for any one of these if you choose to use any of them. So, and there is a 14-day free trial on Group Convert. There's a 7-day free trial for Befriend. And I believe it's a 14-day, it's either 7 or 14 days for Charlie. If you guys want to go check them out and just try them on, especially if you have a brand new group, or even if you're in a group and you're trying to grow your group, those are some excellent tools to use. All right, you guys. So that's what I wanted to share with you tonight. So first off, how to build your group, or how to create a group, and then gave you some tools and how to grow your group with some more tools to help you grow your group. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments and I will do my best to answer them. And if I don't have the answer, I will certainly find out. All right, I hope that I answered everybody's question. Oh, wait, there was one other question. One of the members had asked, how do I, share my URL? The fastest way is there. But if, let's say, you don't want to use Bitly and you don't care about tracking your people, which, growing a business, that's really important so you can see how, how you're doing. But let's just say you just don't want to do it. All right, so what you do is you go to your group. I'm just going to type one in here. Happy Kids Members Group. And, you want to share your URL. Look, you want to make sure it's always on the about when you copy and paste the URL, which is right here. You just copy, you can cut it, you can copy it however you want. And then you can just click wherever you want to take it. If you want to put it in a document, if you want to go share it on your friend's timeline, if you want to use it in Messenger, if you want to, it's still doing its thing. Anyways, so let's just say I want, and let's put this here. So there you go, see? And then you just click enter and it'll show your information. So that's how you share your URL. But then you're having to go to your group every single time you see what I'm saying? So if you just want to go to your group, go to the about, you see you're clicking. So when I'm using my Bitly, here, it's going to my about page. It's especially important to know that you have it on the about section when you do when you're doing using email campaigns, because it doesn't work when people click on the link in the email. It has to be on the about page or it won't work. So, all right. Well, there you go, you guys. I hope that you got lots of value out of what I shared with you. And I'm looking forward to see if you have any questions for me, even if it has nothing to do with what I'm sharing in this video. If you have other questions that I could possibly answer for you that I didn't get as I was sharing this, um, and just, yeah, drop them in the comments and I will answer those questions for you. And now that you know, be on the lookout for the Rev Shiz Up 5 days of the most divine business and life challenge. It's for those queen divas ready to Rev Shiz Up, for the leaders ready to lead, and for the soulpreneurs ready to rise. Your journey to achieve next level success begins here. So be on the lookout for that, you guys. Have a great evening.